What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Patrick with the EHP Ear Hustling Podcast. Welcome back. I know that my friends around the panel missed me. I hope that all of the 17 people that are going to watch this, maybe 18, have missed me as well. Thank you guys so much for allowing me back on the show. As you can tell, I'm still healing a little bit. It was a rough week for me. Sinus congestion, all that fun stuff. Good times. But listen, I really did enjoy the show last week, and I wanted to just say thank you guys for putting on that show, keeping it going, and really doing a great job. I know James, you were a big part of that. Eric was as well. He's blacked out right now, so he'll be back here in a second. Anyways, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in as far as the whole Father's Day situation. There's 2 things mainly for me. The first thing of which is that the best thing that, and I've been called a lot of things throughout my life, James, I know you can attest to this, that I've been called a lot of different things, but the best thing that I've ever been called in my life is daddy. It was definitely something that there's only one person in this world that can call me, and it's my little girl, and it changed my life. She changed my life. And it's just something that was really has been a super, super amazing experience for me, becoming a father. It's really one of the privileges of my life that I have. So the second thing is really the relationship that I have with my father. As some of you guys know, I know, James, Pops lives with us, which is awesome. It's great having him here. It's great having my daughter's grandpa here, to be able to help out. And honestly, too, it's really becoming a good thing to see more multi-generational homes and houses and families coming together. I really think it's a really great thing. So my 2 cents just on Father's Day, a shout out to all of our Ear Hustling Podcast dads and fathers out there. There's one last thing also. I don't use the term stepfather or stepdad. It's not because I think it has any kind of a negative connection, but there are many people that kind of associate a step parent with a negative connotation. And one of the coolest things about coming into an extended family or a blended family is that the fact that I inherited 2 bonus girls, you know what I mean? And I'm just really fortunate and lucky and blessed to be able to have that experience. Now, listen, it wasn't all, great buses and roses and all that kind of fun stuff in the beginning. It was tough, but I'm very thankful for my bonus children, as I call them as well. So just my 2 cents. What's up, everybody? Princeton, how you doing, buddy? You ready to get that ass beat here today or what?
Hey, it's gone great. I want to start off with saying I don't need to know what your wife calls you in the bedroom, but it's a great
master.
Whoa, buddy. But no. Hey, I want to start with a disclaimer.
In context,
that's saying just because we're doing Black Jeopardy, don't expect the too much out of me. I don't want the world on my shoulders right here. I was probably raised in whiter schools than you, Patrick. So I'm going to do my best.
That's because you're afraid, buddy. You're afraid. You're afraid of this train. Listen, I did some studying. We had a little bit of a trip today that I had to go over to Tampa, Florida. So the wife is quizzing me on some cultural type stuff. So it'll be interesting, the information of the questions that J-Mo asks and if they actually come true. Hey, listen, who the hell is this guy? Brian, I've never met you before.
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm Princeton's friend, new to this podcast. As he just said, don't expect much out of me either, as I didn't have much notice, but I will try my best. Probably going to let the entire Black community down, though.
Right. Well, listen, your internet connection started off bad, so already your expectations are low. So we don't expect much out of you after that, because you were kind of glitzy and spotty through that. Welcome to the show. I'm looking forward to you hating me later, so I appreciate that. Eric, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I just got one question.
Yeah.
How come I wasn't invited to actually participate in Black Jeopardy?
Well, you're gonna have to ask the host that. Okay, I'm just here so I don't get fined. All right, that's all that I'm here. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And already that's a check mark in your favor.
Right. I showed up. I'm on time, or I'm on CPT, I think it's called, something like that. We're going to talk about that maybe later. But listen, I'm just happy to be here. I'm ready to have a little fun, and I want to throw out a little disclaimer to everybody. We are all friends here. We all actually do like each other. I'm not sure how or why or how much, but we are laughing and we are enjoying this time. And to be honest, it's a fun, lighthearted conversation and show that you're going to see today. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to hand it over to James with the Ear Hustling podcast over there for announcements and instructions, my man. Come on, what you got for us?
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. First of all, let me say this. Prince and Brian, y'all are carrying the culture behind y'all. Y'all can't lose. Y'all can't. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, you can.
Eric, the reason why you wasn't invited to participate in the show, first of all, you would have known a lot of these questions, no doubt about it. Plus, you would not give Patrick the opportunity to make an ass of himself. And that's what we all want to see. That's why his face was on the flyer. Patrick plays Black Jeopardy. We expect Princeton and Brian to get these right. We're hoping that they get them right, but we'll see who's going to win that black card at the end of the show. So to be determined.
You got my bad side on the poster.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah.
Shay asked me which one was the bad side. I'm like, flip a coin. Who the hell knows? Before we get started, as you can see, Soleil is missing today. She is on her way to Disney for a Pride event. So she is not here. She is on the road as we speak. But she did share her weekly Pride fact for the week. So she has asked us to bestow that knowledge upon thee. So hopefully I do it well. The iconic rainbow flag was designed in 1978. The first Pride fact is on history of the iconic rainbow flag. Gilbert Baker created the rainbow flag, the international symbol of LGBTQ plus communities, in 1978. It was originally 8 colors, but it was later reduced to 6: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet, by removing hot pink and blending turquoise and indigo into royal blue. Baker was a revered drag queen and an openly gay man who later revealed that Harley Milk, one of the first openly gay elected officials, there's a movie on him, in the United States, appointed him to create a pride symbol. So that is your pride fact for this week. Thanks, Soleil, for sharing that with us. We appreciate it. Quick basketball things. Just want to cover a couple things before we get into our show. The Detroit Pistons, Eric, you're going to have probably the most to say on this. So Princeton really don't give a rat's ass, and it doesn't have anything to do with LeBron James, so Brian doesn't care either. The Detroit Pistons today fired their coach, Monty Williams. They owe him 5 more years, $65 million. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
This guy has to be the luckiest man in the world. Phoenix still owed him $20 million. The Pistons owed him $65 million. So over the last 2 years, this guy has gotten $85 million basically to show up and be a failure. So you know what? I'm not mad at Monty. If they came to me and said, hey, you're still going to be the highest paid coach in the NBA, but you're not going to be employed by us, I wouldn't be mad. If I was Monty, I'd take the next couple of years off, but he'll probably be an assistant coach somewhere or probably wind up on somebody's television screen. But I ain't mad at him. I think he was the wrong guy for the job anyway, to be honest with you.
I'm with you. I would take the next couple of years off. He's got freaking $85 million coming over the next 5 years, over the course of total. So, yeah, I would definitely take some time off.
So, but honestly, you know how the Pistons, how hard they had to talk him into being their coach. Yeah. Do you really think that he's mad?
No, not at all. He's like, I didn't want this damn job anyway. So
that's a hell of a severance package.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a severance package.
Yep. In other news, NBA, real quick. Congratulations to the Boston Celtics. Yeah. Wow. They won the NBA championship. Who the fuck cares? All right. Yeah, I'm with y'all. Now, before we continue, I got one more thing to ask you guys. I'm going to put something on the screen here. I saw this today. A page I follow on Facebook called the Sports Savages. They posted something, and I want to get you all intake on this. If you're not a football fan or you don't know who the hell these guys are, feel free not to respond. But Patrick, we're going to start with you. So you're on the clock. Choose 2 defensive players to build your defense around. Obviously, you see Bruce Smith here. Don't just go with the homer because you're wearing the Bills gear right now. Who are the 2 players that you'll build your team around? You got Aaron Donald, Bruce Smith, Mean Joe Green, T.J. Watt, L.T., Reggie White, Deion Sanders, Ray Lewis, and Ed Reed. Patrick, who you building your team around? What 2 players?
I got one guy, Avi. I mean, listen, I know you're going to say I'm a homer, but it's Bruce Smith all the way. He's the sack leader. I mean, come on, 200 career sacks. No one's even going to come close to him. You need a guy up front in that front 7 that can wreak havoc. He's my guy. Now it's for me. It's going to be then on the back end, either between Deion and Ed Reed. You need to have that back end, either corner or floater in the backfield for safety. I'm going to go with Deion because he also put kick and punt returns on there also. I'm going to go Bruce Smith and Deion Sanders.
Okay, respectable. Eric, who you got?
I'm not mad at that. I probably would go Deion on the back end and on the front end. Oh, let's see. Man, LT.
Okay.
Lawrence
and
Taylor.
Brian, do you have any input? Or are you
Yeah, I'll
looking at
go.
people like, who the hell are these?
No. Actually, I know quite a few of the names on there, actually, but I was
We're
actually
impressed.
going to go with Aaron Donald, and I was going to go with Deion Sanders. Get your pass rush up front, and then get you someone that can get the picks from when the quarterback is throwing out of a sack.
Okay. Brian, I know none of these are LeBron James, but do you have any input?
Yes, as a depressed Giants fan, give me Lawrence Taylor, the greatest defensive player of all time, in my opinion. And give me Ed Reed. Give me Ed Reed.
Okay. So there's only going to be one match out of this, and I have to say that there's only one person that got this right. Why am I saying they got it right? Because they agree with me, and that's you, Eric. I'm going with LT and Deion as well.
Oh, I was getting ready to say, boy, we're about to hear a good one, but I'm surprised there were no Detroit Lions in there.
Well, you know, I mean, that's a
none of them are good enough to
conversation.
make that list.
Wow. All right.
You know what? We'll see you guys in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll sign up for that every day of the week. Let's go.
Yeah,
all right, let's get into why we're here. So
Okay.
go ahead, Eric. What were you saying?
No, I'm just saying, just so they can go 0-5 in the Super Bowl, and that's all I had to say. Go ahead.
Wow. All right, let's get to why we're here. Let's talk about a few things. So obviously, you know, we're here to play Black Jeopardy on Juneteenth. So thank you all for coming to do that. Princeton, I got a question for you. I'm going to start with you, sir.
Oh gosh.
What makes you qualified to play Black Jeopardy?
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm glad you started with that. Actually.
Softball.
I actually wrote down this beforehand. I had to think about it when I was going on. So I mean, I think my biggest qualification here, I'm Black.
That's good qualification. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Brian, how about you? What makes you qualified? You're Black. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. Patrick, what makes you qualified to play Black Jeopardy? Is he frozen or what's going on here?
I fear he's frozen.
Too hard of a question?
I guess.
The pressure got to him.
Just
Hey,
like Josh Allen.
If Tom Hanks can do it, so can he.
Well, Brian just said something about Josh Allen. That's all I heard. I don't know what's going on with Patrick.
I
This
said
is
he
going to be very
froze under
interesting.
pressure just like Josh Allen.
I don't want him to have a reason. I just saw him mute himself and unmute. So, there he is. Patrick, don't have any sound, sir. No, don't go out like this. Don't go out like this. You're not playing the Chiefs. You're not. You're moving. Yeah, see something about calling. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, it's logging out. Probably gonna be.
I just thought he was
in.
doing his best sign language impression.
I did not have any of that in class. So, okay. Patrick asked me, "Was I there?" Of course I am. All right. So we don't need Patrick for this next question. My next question, and he's back on. Patrick, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't know what the hell happened. I got all excited and then everything went crazy.
Yeah. So the
on my
question was
internet.
to you: what makes you qualified to play Black Jeopardy? Brian and Princeton said because they're black. So I'm curious what your answer is.
I'm black from the waist down.
I'll take your word.
Shay said, "How convenient." LOL. So she's
No.
pulling your card.
I absolutely have no qualifications whatsoever. I mean, I am the opposite of colored. Like I'm pasty white, which is, again, you look up colored in the dictionary, and pasty white is the opposite. So there.
Is
Okay.
that really, or is that just your definition? Does it say the opposite of colored is pasty white?
I mean, it makes sense.
Probably.
It does make sense.
There's
I mean,
always going to be
look-
one person. There's always going to be one person that's going to be whiter than you.
Well, I mean, I got a red beard, dude. I got a red beard, so come on.
No, that's Seamus.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He is pretty white. He is pretty
All
white.
right. So let's go over the rules before we get started. I'm sure people really want us to get going here. So let's go over the rules. There are going to be no negative points. All right. So you answer a question incorrectly, no negative points. Folks at home, keep up with the score. Totally cool. Between Eric and I, hopefully we get it right. I'm going to be multitasking like no one's business. So I'm going to do my best, but hopefully I have backup here, Eric. And Eric, if there's a question that they answer not exactly the way we're looking for, I'm going to lean on you to help judge if we're going to give any sort of credit. We're not giving partial credit. It's either all or nothing. All right? Perfect.
No participation trophies here.
How are you going to buzz in? You're going to simply say your name. So we played Jeopardy on the show before in the first season, and that's what we did. It worked out fine. So as an example, play along with me. If the question is, what is 2 plus 2?
Patrick.
Barack.
Patrick.
Did you say Barack? Is that what you said?
He did. He did.
As in, like, okay, that would be 4.
That is correct.
I got it.
Okay, so that's how we're going to do it. If you say something other than your name, I'm not calling on you. I'm only going to respond to Prince, Brian, or Patrick.
Ginger.
That's it. Eric, help me out. If I don't know who said it, help me out on who it was that's called in first, okay? All right, you're on mute, so I like this. This is awesome. All right, so let's get to it.
Oh, God. Oh, we got actually like a... Oh, shoot. This is legit.
This is Black Jeopardy. Yes, it is. All right, we got a board, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's get started. So the categories are, we have music, we have sports, we have random, Black TV shows, movie quotes, and go ahead and say the N-word. N is in
That's wow.
Yeah, that last one is a bit.
All right, this show is going to.
Brian is our guest, so I'm going to give controller board first to Brian. Brian, which category and which amount would you like to go to first?
Let me get music for 300.
Music for 300. And remember, I shouldn't say.
Can you make it
remember,
bigger?
That's what she said. That's as big as it gets, but let's see if I can do
I figured.
something. Yeah.
That's better.
That's better. Okay. All right. So, if anyone private chats, I'm not going to be able to see it. So, kind of keep that in mind. So, Eric, help me out on that if it's something I need to see, since I made it bigger. There are 3 daily doubles. All right. In here.
Okay.
All right. So, music for 300. This is a daily double. So, congratulations, Brian. Shay just said we can't see your faces now. So, let's see what else we can do.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, Shay, can you see faces now?
Yeah,
I'll
we
wait for your
can.
response.
So
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so Brian, you can risk up to $1,000 since you have no money. So what would you like to risk on this?
1,000.
1,000. This artist released his album, The Chronic.
Dr. Dre.
It is Dr. Dre. Congratulations, Brian. 1,000 points. You have control of the board. Brian, what category?
Give him the easy ones.
Let me get sports for 100.
Sports for 100. He was fined every game he wore his brand of shoes.
Patrick.
Patrick.
Who is Dennis Rodman?
That is incorrect. Anyone else?
Every
3,
game he wore is brand new.
2, 1. Beep beep. Michael Jordan.
Really?
Yes, I didn't make it up.
Mm.
Brian, you still have control.
Let me do black TV shows for 200.
Oh boy.
Black TV shows for 200. It's a daily double. You have $1,000. You can risk up to $1,000. Stop reading the question. What's the choice?
I'll risk 100.
You'll risk 100. Seems like we lost Patrick. This popular show set in 1970 Chicago starred a young Janet Jackson.
I have no idea, and I feel like I should know this.
You should know this. It is Good Time.
Wait, she was on Good Time.
So we're going to take a brief break to see if Patrick logs back in. We're not going to wait too long for him. But right now, the score, Patrick 0, Princeton 0, and Brian 1,000. Eric, did you know all the answers so far?
Yes, I did. And you know what, Princeton, 0 behind your name is starting to become a trend.
You know, when it comes to this trivia, I'm just a little slow on it. You know, I'm a little. The
Wait a
brain
minute,
needs time to tinker.
You're an educator. You're supposed to have a global knowledge of just about everything. Not an expert, but just, I mean, come on now.
It just takes time to get
Preston,
going.
Princeton got it wrong.
He
didn't.
He didn't guess. Brian got a daily double, and he didn't get it correct, so it's okay.
I'm just curious.
Daily doubles, and he got both of them already. Jesus.
Yeah, he got
I'm
2
curious
of the
about
daily
something.
doubles. There's a third one.
I'm curious about something. Can I ask Patrick a quick question?
Yeah.
Patrick, did you know the answer to that question?
I didn't hear it.
So it was, I'm going off memory here, a 1970s show based in Chicago had a young Janet Jackson in it. What show was it?
Jefferson's?
Nope. Good Times.
You were semi close though. Semi.
I was in the, well, you know, a semi is a good thing.
You was in the black show category. All right. Brian, controls, sir.
Let me get movie quotes for 200.
Movie close to 200. Ricky!
Boys in the Hood.
You didn't, no one buzzed in.
Oh, Brian.
Prince.
Brian.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
That is correct. 200 points for Brian.
I didn't know
Brian,
that
you
one.
have control.
Gotta be quicker than that, but
I didn't know that.
I'm intrigued
Now,
by these categories.
Was Boys in the Hood spelled with a Z or with an S?
With a Z.
See, that's how you know it's really ghetto. That's good.
That's fair.
It's authentic.
Well, you said that. I didn't.
Brian, what category was it?
Let me go ahead and say the N-word for 100.
Starting off with an easy one.
N-word for 100. This hip-hop artist was murdered in L.A.
Brian. Tupac?
That does not start with an N, but that is incorrect.
Oh,
I
see now.
Oh, Patrick. Notorious B.I.G.
That is incorrect.
That's what I would have guessed too.
Princeton, any guesses? 3, 2.
No, with an N?
1.
No.
Nipsey Hussle. And yes, Hustle is spelled right, Patrick. Brian, as usual, you still have control.
All right, let me go ahead and say the N-word for 200.
All right, here we go.
After serving time in prison, he was the first president of South Africa.
Nelson Mandela?
So let me finish reading the question because I can't hear at the same time. I don't know if Eric heard you, but I'll assume you called in. That is correct. Nelson Mandela for 200. Yeah, my voice is loud in my ear, Brian. So if you guys can wait for me to finish the question before ringing in, that'd be awesome.
All right,
Brian, you have control.
Let me get music for 500.
Music for 500. This artist is known as the Godfather of Soul. What? What?
Prince.
3. Prince.
Oh gosh. Okay. What is?
Who is?
3.
Rick
Nope.
James.
That is incorrect.
Oh
It is not. No, I say it's incorrect.
no!
Don't get excited.
Brian.
Brian or Patrick?
Brian.
3.
He
2.
said Brian. He called him
Let
Brian.
me get
Brian. Who?
Marvin Gaye.
That is
Ooh,
incorrect.
That's a good guess, though. That's a good guess.
Not really, but okay.
I think it is.
You want to give it a try, Patrick? You got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
2. 1.
Okay.
Eric, tell him who it is.
It's James Brown.
It is
James Brown. Yeah.
I was gonna say something that would have been a lot worse than what I said, so I'm glad I did it.
What
Well,
were you
you
going
gonna
to
say?
You said Rick James, right? Yeah, you
I
said
was gonna-
Rick James.
I was gonna
Same
say
era.
Bobby Brown, and I knew that I
Yo.
knew his first name wasn't Bobby.
Wow.
If you would have said Bobby Brown, I would have kicked you off myself.
This is great. This
It
is awesome
is.
that I don't look the dumbest so far. This is fantastic. This is
Well,
fantastic.
you're tied. You're tied for it.
Well,
That's right.
now,
No, that's still a win for me. That's still a win for me. Prince has to beat me outright to keep his card.
That's true. That's true.
This is
all.
true.
you two
Brian,
got to get
you're
on the
winning your
board.
black card right now, sir. I'm not sure if that's really anything to be proud of, but you're still winning. So good job. Brian, you got control.
Let's do movie quotes for 500.
Movie quotes for 500. I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die.
Mm.
Fuck is not the correct answer, but I didn't hear anyone buzz in.
Prince.
Prince.
Color Purple.
That is incorrect.
Dang.
This isn't purple Jeopardy, Princeton. This is black Jeopardy.
I was thinking of all the black movies I could think of.
And the only one you came up with is Color Purple. Got it.
I
Okay.
was gonna say that was
Yes.
the best you came up with.
Brian or Patrick?
Brian.
I
Brian.
got nothing.
This is a long shot. I'm gonna say New Jack City.
That is incorrect.
Mm.
Patrick, do you have a guess?
Stay black and Rush Hour. I don't know.
That is incorrect. Eric, do you know what it is?
I want to say it was Joe Cotter and Coach Cotter.
Ooh, you were so close, but yet so wrong. Lean on me.
When
Yeah.
you're not strong.
So I got to take another break here for a second. Patrick, you said,
Yeah.
and I quote, you were going to Tampa and your wife was helping you study. What types of questions was she helping you with?
Not any of these.
Okay.
Not
Someone
not
got it.
any of these.
Clearly.
Not
Okay.
any of these at all.
Do you care to share at least one question that she asked you? that
Listen,
you
I
didn't
got
answer?
I got to know that I knew the answer to. I knew what state Barack Obama was from.
What
I
state?
knew that he was a senator in Illinois before.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't
Awesome.
know that. That actually surprised Michelle. She was like, "Holy shit, you know that?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, he was a senator in Illinois, but he wasn't born in Illinois.
yeah." He was born. He wasn't born in Hawaii either. But that's what they say. That's
Wow. I was going to say, Patrick's people think he was born in Kenya. So but that's another episode in November.
I was
So,
gonna say that we did talk about birth certificates before. So I'm just saying.
wow. All right. Brian, you have control.
Let me get music for 100.
Music for 100. This rapper and hip hop star
Prince.
was shot dead in 1996 in Las Vegas.
Patrick.
Prince.
Patrick. Oh,
Eric, I need your help on this one.
Say after you finish reading the question, it was Patrick. Before it was Princeton. So you got to
Okay.
wait till we finish the question first.
Yeah, that was my bad.
All right, Patrick.
Tupac Shakur.
That is correct.
Oh, oh.
That was the 300 question.
Okay. Yeah.
That was
100.
That's where
That
I've
was
got a
100.
shot
Okay.
here is music.
All right, perfect.
That's where I've
Thank
got
you.
a shot here is music.
Patrick, you have control of Black Jeopardy.
Yeah, buddy.
Have something?
Listen, I just want to say, go ahead and say the N-word. I mean, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go.
I mean, I knew the answer. It's not like I didn't know the answer.
All right, go ahead and say the N word. What amount?
We'll go 300.
300. This slam dunk champion won the event 3 times, all before he was knocked out by Jake Paul.
Prince.
Eric, I think
Princeton.
I know, but Princeton. Okay, Prince.
Nate Robinson.
Princeton takes.
I'm on the
second place.
board. I'm on the board.
All right, so you are outright losing right now, Patrick.
The first
It's all
time
right.
in 2 weeks, Princeton's been on the board.
Listen,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
listen,
it feels good. I can retire
Listen,
now, honestly.
it's okay. It's okay. I do my best work from behind. It's all right.
Thanks. All right,
Yeah,
I'm going to go
That's what
ahead
he
and
said.
say
No.
random for 500.
Random
Uh-oh.
for 500. Before going into a store, these are basic instructions given to little kids.
Prince,
Prince,
don't touch anything.
I'm going to give credit for that. Don't ask for nothing and don't touch nothing.
Don't touch
I'll give
nothing.
credit.
Don't ask for nothing. Don't touch nothing.
Now, let me ask this question, James. If Princeton would have got that wrong, seeing as how you are his co-parent,
It's
how
true.
disappointed would you have been?
It's true.
I mean, you saw Shay's last message. He failed you. So, I mean, it is what it is. So,
I didn't ask for much. Kia, so I was good.
yes, he was. But he stole a whole lot. No, I'm just kidding. No, he did not. He did not.
I'm getting control back.
All
here.
right.
Prince, you have control.
I'm going to go ahead and do random 400.
Random 400. If you go to this comedian's house, you might get a popsicle, but you may not want to get a drink from him.
Brian.
Prince.
Patrick.
Brian.
Bill Cosby.
That is correct. All
I
right.
forgot what I had to say for a second there. I was like, blah, 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 Patrick.
Yeah.
What was the value of that question?
400.
Okay.
So, Eric, just to quick check in, I got Patrick at 100, Princeton at 800, and Brian at 1800. Is that what you got?
Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome. Brian's in complete control. Brian, you have control.
Give me black TV shows for 400.
Black TV shows for 400. This show, which premiered, in 1975, was the first to depict a black and white interracial marriage on primetime television. Three, two,
Brian.
1. Brian.
Sanford and Son.
So, who was the interracial couple on Sanford Son?
No idea.
No idea. You know
Lamont and
why?
Julio.
You know why, Brian? I have to break it to you. You're doing awesome, but you're wrong. There was no interracial couple in that show. But good guess, Patrick.
All in the Family.
That would be incorrect as well.
Okay.
Prince, do you have a guess?
I have no guess.
Just take
The
a-
only
take a
show I
swing.
can think of,
Take a swing. Take a
which
swing.
kind of does, but it wasn't 1975. All I could think when I first saw this, all I thought of was Blackish. But
That was
That's
definitely
a
not
black.
1975. Definitely was not. Shay has it correct. The Jeffersons. That is correct.
Jeffersons. I
And
said
when-
that earlier as an answer.
And when,
You
and
did.
when you said All in the Family, I thought that you were the light bulb was gonna kick in
After
because
that,
they were the spinoff
around the
Jeffersons
same
were-
time. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
There's a lot of points on the board still, gentlemen. It's anyone's game. There's still one daily double out there as well. Brian, you still have control.
Let me get music for 400.
Music for 400. The Notorious B.I.G. is also known as who?
Prince.
Patrick.
I think I heard Prince first. Eric, I need your help on this.
I thought I heard Patrick. It was close.
You
I
damn
thought-
right you did.
I thought I heard Patrick.
Okay, I'll go with Patrick. You got a better ear than me, Patrick.
Yeah, and I was right. Biggie Smalls.
That is correct.
Mm.
Patrick for 400. All right, Patrick got control.
N-word for 500.
N-word for
Not
500.
don't say the 500. Oh,
This is what you call the black person who lives next door to you.
Prince.
Patrick.
Prince.
Neighbor.
Neighbor is correct. Princeton for 500.
Neighbor.
Wow.
I was really hoping Patrick had a shot at that.
I
one.
was. I
really
screamed as fast as I could.
No. You can't let you win, Patrick.
I just wanted him to have a shot at that one. I just wanted to hear what
Thanks.
N-word he was going to
Thanks.
call the black person next to him. That's all I wanted to know.
James.
Yes.
No, that's the black person that was next to him, James.
Wow, that doesn't start with an N, but
What is, or I'm going to go with random for 300.
random for 300. Black people drink this and white girls dye their hair in it.
Patrick.
Prince?
Prince?
Kool-Aid?
That is correct.
What the fuck?
That was what? Was that 300?
That was 300.
I
Yeah.
didn't know the second part of that, but okay.
Wow. Okay. Is there a watermelon joke coming in there too, or what?
Hey.
I mean, come on.
The internet said it, so it's got to be true.
Jeez.
I guess I believe everything from the internet. I learned something new today.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Gotta believe it. It's on the internet. Must be true.
I'll go with random 200.
Random 200. Every black family has someone in their family with this nickname.
Patrick.
Patrick.
All right. Bubba.
That is incorrect.
Prince.
No, come on. That's
Right.
totally right.
Kiki.
That
What?
is incorrect.
Brian.
Brian, you want to take a shot at it?
PJ.
That is incorrect. Eric, what do you think it is?
Oh, damn, that could be so many. Male or female?
It doesn't matter. This is a unisex name, actually.
Ooh, good use of the word.
Ray Ray?
Shay has it
Pookie.
correct.
Pookie.
Who?
It's
Pookie.
Pookie.
Detroit's own Shay Montgomery.
Yikes.
Right?
Pookie.
Who had control over that? Prince, was it?
Yeah, I did.
Prince, you got control.
I'll go ahead and say the N-word 400.
All right, closing the category out. Daily double. What do you want to bet?
Oh God. What do I have? I can bet every.
You have.
You can bet it all.
You have 1,600.
1,600.
I'll bet 500.
All right. This was the name of the league black players had in baseball.
Aren't you supposed to bet
The
before you knew the
Nigger
question?
League.
The what?
Nigger League.
What'd you
Patrick was talking at the same time, so I really couldn't hear you. So,
He-
the Negro League. That is correct.
Yeah,
You wished
that's what he
500. What were we saying, Patrick?
Nothing. What?
I think I know what you were saying. But hey,
My
technology.
wife just checked in with me and wanted to know if I was losing. I said absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And-
You're
and
losing.
before
It's
you-
okay.
And before you go on to the next question, speaking of the Negro League, we did lose the Say Hey Kid. He passed away today on Juneteenth.
Willie
So,
Mays.
Willie Mays couldn't let that opportunity go by with that question without saying that he was arguably the best baseball player in his generation. And had he not missed 2 years in 2 years of the war, he actually would have beaten Babe Ruth's record because his career ended with 660 home runs.
I'd heard of him, so that's pretty popular because I don't do baseball.
Talk about Barry Bonds' godfather. Yes.
All right, Preston, thanks for that
Who's up?
information and bringing the moment down, Eric, but that was good to know information.
I didn't know him personally, but I keep learning more and more. Is sports for 500 still available?
It is.
Then I'm gonna go sports for 500.
This is another name for basketball.
Patrick.
Patrick.
African round ball or African tree hockey. One of the two.
That is incorrect.
Oh. We can't. What?
Are you for real?
What?
Are you for real?
I wouldn't say that. I just.
Brian.
You did say it. Really? Okay.
Well, I
You
mean,
know what? Pat, would somebody else like to try?
Brian, again.
Hoops?
Did you ring in, Brian?
Yeah, I did.
Go ahead.
you're such a jerk for setting me up for that one.
You set yourself up.
Is it hoops?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
He said who?
Not what we're looking for exactly, but
Prince?
Patrick, Princeton, go ahead and chime in, and Eric, we're gonna yield to you, see if you want to give credit for hoops. Oh my god!
Hey, we haven't even seen the answers yet, so I could still be right.
Oh,
What is
No,
it?
you're not.
What
if
is
you're right, I'm turning in my black card if you're right.
what is hooping?
All right, so the answer is round ball or b ball. All right,
I said African round ball. That's what I said at first.
this answer is
Check
missing.
the tape.
Say that.
James,
Check
can
the
you?
tape.
He did
I
say
said
that.
it. I
He
said
did
it.
say African round ball. So Eric, do you want to give credit to anyone? Patrick says African round ball.
As a contestant, I almost feel like Patrick should get credit.
I totally said it.
Eric,
You
you get the
said
final say,
two.
sir.
You said two things. I'm sorry, I can't do African round ball. I'm sorry, Patrick. I can't do it. Man.
But
I
can you
can't do it.
You
I
can't do
can't-
African tree hockey then either.
African right? No, I
You
think
can't
that we're
do
gonna
that?
go with. I think we're gonna go with Brian on this one.
Brian gets credit. Okay. Oh my God! All right, Brian, you got control of the board.
God,
Let's
what do you think? I've heard?
let's do sports for 400.
Sports for 400. It's the last daily double. So,
Mm.
what do you want to wager? You have.
I want to wager everything.
Wait, you're supposed to
Everything,
not
so-
know the answer. You're not supposed to know
I
the question
know.
before you
Hey,
wager.
it's technology. God dang it! It's not my fault. 15, 19, 20, 2300. So he once said that he would fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee.
Give me Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali is correct. So 2100.
It's over, folks.
That's a commanding lead. It really
It's
is.
over.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't
Brian,
think so.
you got
I'm not out
control.
yet.
Let me get movie quotes for 400.
Movie quotes for 400. All my life, I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight my brothers. A girl child ain't safe in a family of men, but I ain't never thought I had to fight in my own house. I love Harpo. God knows I do, but I'll kill him dead before I let him beat me.
Prince,
Prince.
The Color Purple.
That is correct. Shay, how did I do in my acting? How did I do? You got
You that was a good, the way you said it, I was just like, this can only be one movie.
Well, it definitely had a black woman was saying it because James definitely did a good black woman's pronunciation right there. I was actually going to say The Help is what I was going to say.
The Help. Okay.
The Help.
Okay.
But
I was
that was
Shay
gonna
actually
said
a
it
good
was
movie.
so. I'll take that. Okay. All right. Prince, you got control of the board.
I'll go ahead and do Music 200.
Music 200. Coloring Book is which star's third mixtape released in 2016? Brian.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper is correct.
Chance, take a chance on me.
Brian.
Not the same.
No, you're right. Got it.
Let me do sports for 300.
Sports for 300. This African-American baseball player wore number 42, and all players across the league wears his number 2 on a special day.
Brian.
Patrick.
Brian.
Come
Jackie
on.
You were
I
late.
knew that one.
You were late.
Jackie Robinson.
I
Jackie
was sitting
Robinson
here
is
going,
correct.
finish the question, finish the question, finish the question.
He did finish the question.
This ring-in system sucks. I like it better the other way.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Let's do
Please bring in the goats. What was that, Brian?
let's do sports for 200.
Sports for 200. He was known as the Brown Bomber.
You said Black Jeopardy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So this is like mulatto cookie, like
And this
mulatto
guy
cookies.
definitely was black.
Yep.
Brown.
Yeah, I know
Bomber.
a bronze bomber, but not brown.
You do a brown bomber, but not brown.
No, a bronze bomber.
A bronze bomber. I'd
Can
like
I
to know
just
who the
take a
bronze-
second? Can I just take a second to point out that it looks like Brian just like a floating head?
I assure you,
You
I
do have a body, right?
full body.
There you go. We got the full body shot. Okay, he's got arms and everything. Okay, good.
Why are you
I-
taking an interest in Brian's body?
Well, you know, because the
I know
question
bombers,
sucks.
but
That's
I just
why.
don't usually know the bombers' names.
Okay, so we've got five seconds, James. 5-second warning.
No. 3, 2,
Brian,
1. Eric, who is it?
Joe Lewis,
It is Joe Lewis.
I wasn't getting that.
Princeton. Where are you from?
Detroit.
Where is
There's
Joe
a-
Lewis from?
Fist.
I'm gonna assume Detroit, but I wouldn't have told you that if you asked me in the reverse.
I think
Hey.
he was in the plumbers and firemen era, so
Yeah.
it's just not gonna
The
work.
what?
Plumbers
Hey,
and
Joe
firemen.
Lewis Arena. That's where the Detroit Red Wings play, or they used to play.
They used to. That's
Yeah.
correct.
See? Come on, give me my
Hey,
points.
Pammy. Thanks for
We're-
joining in.
Were we
You,
free when they played?
Oh,
Were
we?
Oh no, I just wasn't sure.
No, that was before Juneteenth. You weren't recognized before that.
Lord have
Wow.
mercy.
Hey, that came out of your son. That came out of your son.
I was curious.
All right. Eric, let's do a quick point check. I'm doing the math over here myself.
2 F's or 1?
To what?
F's. I'm surprised that that's not a question. How do you spell math?
There's no F.
James-
In,
Not
there's no
not
F in
meth,
math.
Patrick. Math.
See,
Not
Eric,
math.
you're so easily distracted, Eric. Patrick, I got you at 500, Prince at 2,500, and Brian at 4,900. And by the way, this is not real money. This is definitely going to be paid out in food stamps. You can see Eric on the way out. All right.
Oh, don't.
I'll
say
take the
that.
stamps,
Don't
and
do
yeah,
that.
I've got the same score you do, James, and I'm keeping my stamps.
Don't take
Okay.
the bet. Don't take the bait. Don't take the
No,
bait.
take the bait, Patrick. Please do.
I was gonna say you could use an EBT card and pay us out, but that wouldn't work either. But
Same thing.
That's the same as food
Yeah.
stamps.
Same thing.
yeah, I know, but it make it easier for you.
It would. Instead of counting out that paper and yeah, you're right. All right, who had control of the board?
Think Brian.
Brian,
All right, Brian, you're up. We got 6 categories left, 6 answers.
Let me get black TV shows for 300.
Black TV shows for 300. Jennifer Lopez was a fly girl on this popular 90s sketch show.
Patrick,
Patrick,
in living color.
in living color is correct.
In
And
living
he's studying.
color. Yeah, Jim Carrey was on that show too.
Oh, because it's a white guy on it, you knew it.
nah, it was because of J Lo. That's the only reason why I watched it was J Lo.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I have
Fly
to.
girls.
I'm
You're not
gonna
by
tell you all
yourself.
that yet.
You ain't by yourself.
Patrick, you are up. You're in control.
Black TV shows for 100, please.
Black TV shows for 100. This sitcom is a spinoff of The Cosby Show and originally starred Lisa Bonet as a student at a historically black college.
Patrick,
Patrick,
the Huxtables. I don't know.
that's the name of the Cosbys. So
I
that
know
would be
that's what
incorrect.
I was trying to think. I was trying to think of something a spinoff. I don't know. No, I got no
Nope,
idea.
that is incorrect.
Lord have mercy.
Princeton O'Brien.
Prince.
Prince.
Grownish.
You're still like
Wrong.
in the 2000s.
Hey, I'm
Wrong
trying to stay in the
network.
present here.
Wrong
Anything from the
decade.
Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
Family Matters.
Ooh, that's
That
a
is
good
also
one.
incorrect. It's a different world.
I've never heard of that before.
What?
I swear to God.
This isn't
All
just
right.
Black Jeopardy; it's
Different
ancient Black
world.
Jeopardy.
Oh.
Wow.
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 I know Lisa, but
You hear that? It's
I do hear
Called your
ancient.
ass old.
That
I
actually
do
might
hear
be a good idea. Ancient Black.
Ancient Blake, then you'll have to host it.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Patrick, you got control.
Random 100.
Random 100. This is what is used to let black kids know what time they need to be home by.
Prince,
Prince.
streetlights.
Street lights is correct.
I had that one too.
So your tongue is slow, which you're telling us.
Mm.
Random 500.
That's your name, Prince. That's your name.
Random is gone. So
Oh,
we
it's
have
gone.
black TV shows for 500, movie quotes
I
for
didn't see that.
100, and movie quotes for 300.
Black TV shows 500.
Yeah, I would.
Black TV shows for 500. In West Philadelphia is where this star was born and
Patrick.
raised. Patrick.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
The Fresh Prince is correct. Patrick for 500. Patrick.
300. Movie quotes, 300.
Movie quotes 300. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Brian.
Brian.
Oh no.
3, 2, 1. Beep beep.
Wait, New Jack City.
That is incorrect, and it came after the buzzer. But Princeton or Patrick?
It's got to be a Denzel quote. Is it not?
3, 2, 1.
I know the quote. I don't know the movie.
Eric, tell him.
Denzel Washington Training Day.
Training day.
Oh my
I knew the person.
Denzel quote, bro.
And the final category before Final Jeopardy. You is smart. You is kind.
Oh.
You is important.
Prince.
Prince.
The Hope.
The help
Okay.
is correct.
Damn it.
100 at the
Never
end.
seen it.
Patrick,
I said that
Patrick knew
earlier.
That one, though.
You did.
Patrick-
I did know that one.
You did.
I did.
All right.
I did know
Listen
that
to your scores. Listen to your scores, and I need everyone to grab their phone. Brian, I'm gonna need you to answer last because we're not connected. So Patrick and Princeton, grab your phone.
I'll send him your number.
Text me your answers. All right.
Okay.
First of all, here's your scores. Patrick, you have 1,300 points, so that's the
Yeah.
most you can wager.
one.
Princeton, 2,700 points, the most you can wager. Brian, 4,900 points. All right.
Wait, how
The
much did
final-
Patrick have?
Patrick has 13. So 1,300, 2,700, and 4,900. The final Jeopardy question category is, and unfortunately I can't show this on the screen, it wouldn't allow me, is Square Up Ho. Is the final Jeopardy
I love it.
category. So get your wagers in. Text me your wagers right now, please.
Have you ever had to tell somebody that, James?
What?
Square up, ho.
No, it's a story behind that, and I'll share it shortly, with permission. And the person knows who I need permission from.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I got wagers. Brian, I need you to Princeton and Patrick honor system. Brian, if you look to your what was that?
Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, you got my number. Okay, cool. Stalker. Okay, cool. All right. So here's the question, and while you guys are thinking, I'll tell the story. Things to say to warn your opponent that he or she does not want to start nothing with you. So what is it that you could say to a person to warn your opponent that he or she does not want to start nothing with you? I'll give you time until I finish this story. So when Shay and I lived in Midtown, she gave permission for me to share. When Shay and I lived in Midtown, she was taking a walk. And as we all know, in most major cities, there's a lot of homeless people that live there. A lot of homeless people are also, let's say, mentally challenged. Shay was walking down the street. For some reason, it was kind of cool. She had her hands balled up. And it was a guy walking across the street from her on the opposite side of the street, or on the same side, I think she said. Yeah, it was same side. And she said something told her to cross the street, but she didn't. So she's walking, her hands are balled up. She's not paying attention as she's walking. And the guy comes up to her and says, "Square up, ho." That's what the guy says to my wife. And she's like, basically, excuse me, whatever. She don't want to fight this guy. And he's like, "Come on, square up, ho." So he said it a couple of times, whatever. And she looked down at her hands and realized she had her hands in a fist. So he kind of challenged her to a fight, but she was able to get out of it and come home. And of course, I wanted to go out and find the guy and square up with him, but that's besides. But anyway, so that's the story. Honors, well, go ahead and text me your answers.
Oh, text the answers.
Yep, you can text me your answers.
Wait, so what was the question?
Things to say to warn your opponent that he or she does not want to start nothing with you.
Yeah, that's what I would have wrote to you. Square up, ho. Like that's what I would have put. That's not the answer.
Well, there you go. There's your answer, buddy.
Oh, I got to come up with something else. Okay, so
Princeton, that's your answer.
Yeah, I guess it's not right, but that's all I can think of.
No, I was thinking there was going to be like a question after the story. Like I was enthralled into the story and wasn't thinking. Okay, so what's the question again?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yes.
I'm not going to pass Jack. Things to say to warn your opponent that he or she does not want to start nothing with you.
Does not want to start nothing.
Yeah, I that's all I got. I can only think of one other thing, but
I think I know it. I think I know it, James.
Something that people say that they don't want to square up with you.
Yes. Okay. You got about 5 seconds, Patrick.
Well, fuck, I'm thinking. I got the whole length of the Jeopardy theme song, okay?
And my story was the whole length of the Jeopardy theme song. Plus,
I was listening to this. I was paying attention to the story. Okay,
Your
I wasn't
fault.
thinking. All right, stop talking to me.
So, Eric.
Okay.
What? While he's thinking and while he's doing what he's doing, what did you think about the performance of our contestants here tonight?
Thoroughly impressed with Brian. Brian, excellent job. I know some of those questions were beyond your time, but you did a really good job and a masterful job at wagering up to this point.
Brian sucks.
Princeton, you did surprisingly well. You started off very shaky.
I surprised myself.
But you came through the end, and you know what? I think James and Shay can hold their heads. Well, they can walk in a straight line, and I have to say he embarrassed you. Patrick, hey, it was a great try, Patrick.
Listen, the whole it was rigged. It was rigged from the beginning. It was a fix. It was a hoax. It was a rigged.
This sounds so familiar. This is
a rigged system from the beginning.
You won and one, Patrick. You won one, you lost one.
Hey, it's not over.
I actually got 1,300 more points than I thought I'd get. So.
Well, no, you did pretty good, Patrick. I just got a quick question.
I knew a couple other answers too. I knew a couple of those.
All right, cool. Did you pick up on anything that you were like, man, I didn't know that?
Yes. I did learn one thing. If I learned one thing, and the one thing that I learned is not to call it African tree hockey in front of Eric. That's the one thing that I learned.
I knew it.
I
learned that. Well, I mean, I guess not.
African.
We're
tree.
laughing. We're laughing. We're
All right, let's get to
African-
the scores. Let's get to
Please.
the scores.
Go ahead.
Patrick came in at Final Jeopardy with 1,300 points.
Yeah.
Eric, you said you think you might know what the answer is. What do you think the answer is?
Don't want none. You don't want none.
Okay. So Patrick said you don't want a piece of this. That would be incorrect. And he wagered 1,300, so Patrick is down to 0.
I got exactly what I thought I'd do. I got exactly. I hit my expectation.
Princeton came in at 2,700, and he said, "I'll be right back, sir." Okay, he didn't say sir. he said, "I'll be right back." I guess he's going to get something from the car, but
Exactly.
that is also incorrect. And he wagered $0, so he is at 2,700.
Yeah,
Sally. Sally.
So we're
At the
going to move
farm.
over to Brian. Brian said, "You don't want no problems." That is also incorrect. He risked $1,000, so he ends the game as tonight's winner at 3,900. The answer we were looking for was, "Don't start none, won't be none."
Okay.
Don't
that's-
start.
I like mine better, but you know.
That's one of many. So yeah, that's one of many.
Okay.
So congratulations to Brian for tonight's Black Jeopardy winner.
Brian, are you not going to take your shirt off in celebration no?
Hey,
There'll be none of that on this. On this
Black
game.
Jeopardy.
That's a shame.
And Brian, as the winner, you get to come back for Arabic Jeopardy.
Wow. Wow.
Inshallah.
Oh boy, someone's going to hell. Okay.
You're going to be right there with me.
Before we
Amen.
sign off, Brian, thanks once again for being on the show, most definitely. And thanks for representing
up
the
with
culture, sir. Yes,
No
yes.
problem.
I picked a good choice.
Princeton, Eric, or Patrick, do you guys have anything before we sign off and we talk about next week's episode, which I'll take care of?
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And Patrick, thank you for being a good sport.
Hey, listen. I'm going to tell you this. Thank you guys for allowing me to laugh at things that majority of people don't laugh at. And I think as a country, as a nation, as a world, we need to laugh more. We need to loosen up a little bit more. You know, if a bunch of, schmucks like us can come together and laugh and talk, it's gonna do some good stuff. So that's what I got.
And that was laugh, LAFF, by the way.
Correct. 2 F's. It rhymes with math. That's right.
Yeah.
No, thanks for the show as well. I think it was good. Thanks, Brian, for coming on. Really appreciate you. Patrick, I hope no hard feelings. I hope you have the jokes we make at you and the stuff we make at us. I think it's all laughs all around. So I don't take anything too serious, and I hope you don't.
It's all love. It's all
good.
respect. All love and all respect.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to expect, but thanks for having me on, Patrick. African tree hockey. I'll probably never forget that for the rest of my life. I don't think I will.
Listen, I'm an acquired taste, my friend. So there you go. You got about enough of me.
Oh God. All right. Well, y'all, everyone, listen, thanks for tuning in. Our social media platforms is right down there. Follow us on Facebook, on IG. Yes, down there is where the social media handles are. Next week is going to be a very interesting yet very serious show. We are coming together to talk about abortion. So more to come on that. I will not be on the show next week. I will be traveling for work, but to my knowledge, everyone else is going to be on. We'll talk more about that later. But thank you all for tuning in. You heard it from our mouths to your ears.